Is that better? I think that looks worse. Dang it. Hello my loves, it's Kim again. Thanks so much for joining me for another mukbang. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different, as you can probably guess by just looking at the food. It's not something that I purchased somewhere. I actually made food today. The other thing that you've probably noticed is the background looks a little bit different. I'm trying a different location in my home to see if perhaps that offers better lighting. The food looks like it's glowing, so I can't tell if that's good or bad. So we'll see how that goes if we continue to use this location in the future. So my mom, my cousins, and my auntie, they all went to go get facials at Nordstrom. I decided I wasn't gonna go. I don't really like people touching my face. Although there was no cost, supposedly it was a free facial. You know, nothing in this world is free. We're gonna talk a little bit about that free facial story and how that leads to skincare. According to WebMD, there is a list of the 10 best things that you can consume to help take care of your skin, and that's what I've used today to prepare the meal that I'll be eating with you. So I hope you folks enjoy. Okay, so let's get into a little bit about what is actually prepared in the food here. So first of all, as you can see here, this is salmon. This piece of salmon here is about 265 grams, I believe, which is equivalent to a little bit over 9 ounces. I like to just do a salt and pepper and a pan sear, so it comes out with this sort of nice crispy layer on top, which to me is just, it's perfect. I love it. So that's how I prepare my salmon. I have also prepared a green salad here. So in this salad, you'll see there is spinach. So we've got about 1.5 cups of spinach. I cut up a few white mushrooms. We've got some red peppers, some almonds as well, and then of course we've got a hard-boiled egg sliced up there. For the salad dressing, I'm actually using 2 different things. This blood orange olive oil, which I actually purchased at a local farmer's market, and this yuzu citrus dressing, which you can purchase at basically any grocery store. Today we actually have dessert. So we've got some Greek yogurt, fresh cut strawberries, some blackberries, some dark chocolate chips, and then just a light drizzle of honey as well. So this here is green tea. You could probably figure that out by the color. It's kind of a warm day and I didn't really feel like drinking a hot green tea. So I decided to put it on ice and add a little bit of vanilla soy milk so that it's just more of a sort of a daytime, cooler, more refreshing kind of a drink. I'll have the recipes and the macros and the calories for everything in my description below. But yeah, so that's what we're eating today. Let's take a sip of the green tea because I think it's starting to separate. Yep, very creamy, nice and refreshing. You know what, I think I'm just gonna leave it down here on the side just because I'm a little afraid I'm gonna knock it over. All right, so now that we tried the green tea, let's get some dressing on the salad. 1 tablespoon, just like that. Oh, you know what's really cool about this is that you can actually smell the orange. I'm really excited to try this. Okay, and we'll just do 1 tablespoon of the yuzu citrus dressing as well. Just so you know, spoiler alert, this meal, including the drink, is over 700 calories. And that's because the foods that are providing the healthy fats have a lot of calories in it. So, you know, if you're doing some kind of a plan where you're basically just counting calories, you may want to make some adjustments. All right, so let's go ahead and try some food. Where are my utensils? Oh. Please don't knock anything over. Please don't knock anything over. Okay. Yes. Let's go into the WebMD list a little bit so I can kind of explain a little bit more the purpose of each food. So according to WebMD, there are 10 different things that you can eat that will provide you healthy and supple skin. So the first, of course, is water, and just drinking a lot of water to keep your skin moist and hydrated. So we're accomplishing that, of course, with our green tea, because the green tea is a matcha powder, but you know, in order to make it into a drink, you have to add a bunch of water to it. The next thing is something called selenium. So the foods that I have incorporated into today's meal that provides you a lot of selenium are things like the mushrooms, the almonds, and actually the salmon has a good amount of selenium as well. What selenium does for you is it helps to protect your skin from free radicals. I don't know what that is, but it sounds bad, so I'm glad that my skin is being protected. This seems like a good time to try the salmon, so let's break in. Especially on the smaller end, you can see how it's kind of crispy and really sort of dark, but on the inside it's still pretty moist. When you do the seasoning, the thinner end is always the really nice and salty part because you're just kind of distributing the salt evenly. Let's try our salad. So we did a yuzu dressing, yuzu citrus dressing, and some blood orange olive oil. Let's see what this tastes like. I'm gonna just bring this down so I can eat it easier. Wow, that dressing is really good. And so is the blood orange olive oil. Honestly, I think if you wanted to just drizzle the olive oil on top, maybe not even add the citrus dressing, I think you could get away with that because that olive oil is really flavorful. That is surprisingly good. I'm gonna be honest, I was a little scared to eat this for lunch because it's really healthy, which usually means it's not very tasty. But that was a good call on that olive oil. That's pretty tasty. Okay, let's get into the story. My mom invites me to go do a free facial at Nordstrom. I decline, but I say, hey, you know what? I can go and meet up with you guys later. So I'm sitting with my cousins and my auntie. My mom is at her appointment. We're just kind of talking and catching up and having a really great time. My cousin says, you know, I gotta go back into the store. We need to pay for my stuff. So I said, okay. She's like, you know, but I'm having a really hard time because, you know, when they're doing the facial, when they're giving you the facial, it's like everything is so good and they're telling you all these wonderful benefits and they're basically convincing you to buy something. And then you realize once the facial experience is done that you've racked up several $100s worth of skin products to purchase. So that's kind of like when the reality hits that like, maybe I can't afford all of this skin products. So she's like, you know what, Kim, you need to come with me. You need to kind of help me figure out what I'm gonna buy and what I'm not gonna buy. And I was like, all right, cool, because you know I didn't get a free facial, so I'm not feeling any pressure to buy anything. So we go into Nordstrom. We get to the counter where all of the things are being kept. I think maybe there was about 5 or 6 different products. I mean, that could be an exaggeration at this point, but it did seem like there were several different items, and she was telling me that was gonna cost her about $300 something. And that alone to me is just like, are you kidding me? That is a lot of money to spend on some stuff on your face. So we start to get into it and break down every single one of the things that she needs and whether or not she actually like needs them. Let's have a little bit more salad. Let's try the egg. I mean, it's an egg, so it tastes like an egg. I don't think I'm loving the citrus on the egg though. That's a little strange. Maybe if you do this, you would do it with the egg on the side. And an almond. Raw almond. I like raw almonds. They're pretty tasty. Oh my gosh, look at that. There, do you see that? You see how like it's still moist on the inside, but on the top it's got this like really nice pan-sear. This is the best way to make salmon, people, I'm telling you. So the third thing on the WebMD list is antioxidants, and it says antioxidants are important to slowing and preventing free radical damage. So apparently you find a lot of antioxidants in things like colorful fruits and vegetables such as berries, tomatoes, apricots, beets, squash, spinach, sweet potatoes, tangerines, peppers, and beans. So that's why we have dessert today, is because of the berries, but we're also getting a lot of antioxidants from the spinach that's in the salad and also from the red bell peppers. Guys, I'm really loving this blood orange olive oil and yuzu citrus dressing. If you like citrusy stuff, I seriously recommend that for a salad because it's really good. With the amount that I put in, which is 1 tablespoon of each, that's about 100, I think it's 150 calories, but you're getting good healthy fats in there. And that's probably the amount of calories you would get if you use any kind of like a ranch or blue cheese dressing anyway. But you know, of course, those are creamy. So if you like creamy dressings, this will not make you happy. The next item that's on the WebMD list is the coenzyme Q10. Do you know what that is? I don't know what that is. Your body makes a key antioxidant called coenzyme Q10. But as you get older, you make less of it. It's involved in making energy and helping your cells work. You can find CoQ10 in fish like salmon and tuna, poultry, organ meats like liver and whole grains. The thing that we have that has CoQ10 in it is the salmon. And so, I mean, I think I've mentioned salmon a couple of times at this point, and we're only on like item 4. And one of the items was water. So clearly salmon is a really good fish to eat. Let's get a little bit more veggies. I have a little tip for how to make healthy food taste better. You basically prepare it at lunchtime. Then you decide you need to take a shower, set up your lighting, set up your room, put on your face, wear a decent looking top, and then 2 hours later you are starving. So this is the most amazing thing you've eaten all day. Yep, you heard it first. That's how you make healthy food taste good. Starve yourself for 2 hours. I'm just kidding. I do not endorse starving yourself at all, ever. But I think that might be why this salad is tasting so amazing right now, because I remember when I was making it, people, I was like, this is gonna be rough. I'm definitely gonna have like some low carb rage later. But I don't hate it. And on the real, I really do like the combination of the blood orange olive oil and the yuzu citrus dressing. It's really good. You see, I just slammed my face into this plate. So we're in Nordstrom. My cousin and I now have the task of looking at what she's got to purchase. First, she has them kind of all laid out on the counter, and she's like, okay, this one's good for this one's good for this, this one's good for this one's good for this. I forgot to mention my cousin recently had a bad breakout along the side of her face here. So at that point, her biggest concern was sort of addressing that. And that was really strange for my cousin, because actually my cousin usually has very beautiful, flawless skin. So it was, you know, it was definitely a big concern for her to purchase products that were going to help to address the breakout on her face. Not even talking price yet. So she's got them laid out, and at this point, so I'm kind of the, if you want me to help you make a decision, I'm kind of the person that's going to just sort of kick back and sort of just ask you questions and like let you get to the point where you just kind of come up with the answer on your own. And that's really because I'm not you, so I really don't know what's going to be the best course of action for you. But maybe the way I help you is I just ask you questions that kind of help you to get at what is your primary objective. What are you really trying to accomplish with this decision that you're making? My cousin's kind of talking and telling and explaining things to me, and as she's doing that, she's of course kind of convincing her already what things she needs to buy, what things she doesn't need to buy. So she says, you know, this one, it does this, but you know what, actually one of the other ones does kind of something similar, so it's kind of like the same thing, so you know what, maybe I don't need that one. So she's going through this process, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, that makes sense. And then she's narrowed it down to keeping, I think it was, I want to say 2 or 3 things, and then we were down to the last 2. They were both sort of these tall, skinny boxes. One was taller than the other, and they both did different things. You know what, before we get into that, let's have a little bit more food. What's good about the olive oil too is it kind of, not like wilted, but it kind of like sort of melted down the spinach a little bit. And I know I've got a couple of friends that when they eat spinach, they actually will heat it up because they don't like sort of that gritty feeling that you have when you just eat raw spinach. So I think this helps to address that without necessarily having to microwave your salad. So ladies, you know who you are. This is an option. Or you could continue to microwave your salads. That's fine too, no judgment. We've got a little bit of almonds in here, so You got some added crunch. I'm surprised at how much I'm enjoying this salad. It must be because I'm hungry. Normally, who would get this excited about a salad? Yeah, I must be starving. That's really what it is. Okay. Take all of my advice today with a grain of salt. Because apparently I'm starving, so everything is delicious. But what I said about how to cook the salmon, no, that's legit. It's basically the only way I cook salmon now. I used to bake it, but this is so much faster. Like, if you do it some other way, and you feel like that's a really good way too, please comment below and let me know how you cook your salmon. Because I like salmon. I love salmon. So I'm always open to trying different ways to prepare it. It's gonna be hard to beat this way though. Just saying. Okay. Let's get back into the WebMD list. So the next ingredient or thing that's good for your skin is foods that are rich in vitamin A. So it says, nobody wants dry, flaky skin, so grab an orange, carrot, or a slice of cantaloupe. They're loaded with vitamin A. You can also find it in leafy greens, eggs, and low-fat dairy products. As you can see from what little is left, well, we use the blood orange olive oil, so that has citrus in it. So does the yuzu citrus salad dressing. But we also have eggs, which is high in vitamin A as well. And then leafy greens, which is the spinach. So look, we're getting a lot of vitamin A in the salad options that we have today. The next thing on the WebMD list is foods that are rich in vitamin C. And it says, the sun can be tough on your skin. Vitamin C can help protect you. It also helps undo sun damage to collagen and elastin, which firms up your skin. Get vitamin C from red bell peppers, citrus fruits, papayas, kiwis, broccolis, greens, and Brussels sprouts. We got that in our citrus, but we also have red bell peppers in our salad, so that's providing us a lot of vitamin C as well. Let's have a little bit more salmon. Is it pronounced salmon or salmon? Salmon. Because I say salmon, but did you guys recently see that almond commercial where the guy keeps saying almond, and the other guy in the car is like, it's almond. I thought, I call it salmon. Well, L and salmon, but do you say salmon? I don't know. Whatever you call it, it's delicious. So let's get back to the story. My cousin and I were standing in Nordstrom. We're at the counter where she's gonna buy her skincare products. We're trying to take it down from $300 something to, I don't even know what the target was, but when she told me it was gonna be like $300 something, I was like, yeah, let's bring it down from there. So we narrowed it down to just the two items we have to pick between. So again, sorry cousin, I was listening, but I have terrible memory. She's telling me the difference between the two products, and again, one's taller than the other, but you know, that could just be packaging, whatever. And so she's saying, this product is really good for this, and something, and sciencey word stuff. The other product is really good for this, and there's this added thing, and it works well with this and that. Now I'm thinking this might be a really good time to start to think about the cost. She's already kind of eliminated some options on her own without even thinking about the cost yet, so that's good, because of course, regardless of the cost, if she's decided not to buy things, that's bringing the cost down. So I ask her, all right, well, it sounds like both of these products have things that you are interested in that you think will be helpful for your skin. How much do they cost? The taller one, she actually told me the name, but I don't remember now, but the taller one, it costs $54. And gentlemen, in case you don't know, that's not a terribly high price for skin products that you would purchase in Nordstrom. In case you were like, $54. So spoiler alert, that's not the expensive one. So she tells me, okay, that one's $54. And I was like, all right, cool. So what about the other one? She says, yeah, the other one, the shorter one, that one's $138. $138. Seriously, cousin? So I'm just standing there and I was like, I had to, you know, like mentally like pick my jaw up off the ground because, you know, I don't have fantastic skin either, but the line of skincare that I purchase, everything that I need costs less than that. So she's buying just one thing for $130. So anyway, I'm just like, cousin, girl, I think the prices speak for themselves. That's the whole reason we're here, right? We're here because you're trying to get this price down. And the options are 54 and 138. I'm not a mathematician, but it's pretty clear to me which one you don't buy. Okay, so she's like, so we have a good laugh about that. And she's like, okay, you're right. We're not going to buy that. Let's go back to the WebMD list. So we're on item number 7. Another thing that is recommended for your skin is vitamin E. So it says another antioxidant that might help save your skin from sun damage and inflammation is vitamin E. You can get it from vegetable oils, nuts, seeds, olives, spinach, asparagus, and leafy greens. So again, we're accomplishing all of that with the salad that we have. We have, well, I mean, I guess it's not really a vegetable oil, it's blood orange, but if you wanted to just use like, I guess like an olive oil, that probably would work, just a plain olive oil. Although this is a blood orange olive oil. So I'm guessing that means that it's olive oil and they just add blood orange flavor into it. Not that the oil actually comes from blood oranges. Huh, I don't know. Well, it says olive oil, so we're gonna count that as an olive oil. But then of course we also have nuts, so we have the almonds in there, and we also have spinach, which is also a leafy green. So yeah, we're doing really good on the vitamins from the salads. Item number 8 on the WebMD list, it says get some healthy fats. Omega-3s and omega-6s are good fats that help make your skin's natural oil barrier, keeping away dryness and blemishes. Sorry, I can't read. Essential fatty acids like these help leave your skin smoother and younger looking. You can get these from olive and canola oils, flax seeds, walnuts, and cold water fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. We're definitely getting some healthy fats out of our salmon, but we're also getting it from the oil that we used in the salad and from the almonds as well. Nope, just kidding. If we used walnuts, we would be getting good fats from that. I mean, I'm thinking, do almonds not have good fats in them? Okay, well, I'm gonna link the WebMD article below so that you can get the information straight from the source and not from me, because even as I'm reading it, I'm saying it wrong. I'm gonna have these little things that are impossible to grab. All right. Okay, we're done with savory. We'll move on to sweet in a sec. Oh, just everything in my teeth. But why? Let's get back into the WebMD list. We're on item number 9. It says good oils for great skin. Some oils have more essential fatty acids. Good quality ones like extra virgin olive oil and cold or espresso press oil are more simply processed than many other kinds. They may have more nutrients that are good for your skin. These oils may also help lube up your skin. That's an interesting choice of words. And keep it looking and feeling healthy. All right. Apparently we want lubed up skin, people. And I think we've gotten that with our blood orange olive oil. So all lubed up and tasty. That sounds so wrong, so wrong. Let's break into our dessert. I'm gonna just mix this all up. If you've never had Greek yogurt before, it's a really good substitute for sour cream. So I definitely don't recommend eating it without some kind of sweetener. But if you can, good on you, because that is just, that's hardcore. Yeah, no, nope. I definitely need it. I don't normally like really sweet stuff, but this is not sweet at all, so I definitely needed to add the honey. And when you're doing a honey drizzle, it's really easy to just, you know, kind of just, and it turns out that it's not even like a whole tablespoon, so that works. Okay, let's get our first bite. It's not terrible. Nope. It's not great either, but it's not terrible. It's healthy. What can I say? It's healthy. I'm not hungry anymore, so I think I'm starting to really taste things the way they taste. No. Sweet sour cream with fruit. Okay, we can put that down for a little while. Let's go through the last item on the WebMD list. Item number 10 on the top 10 items is basically green tea. So it says green tea may be the closest thing to a magic potion that you can find on your skin. Oh, sorry, for your skin. Not on, don't put green tea on your skin. It helps stop inflammation, helps slow DNA damage, and can even help prevent the sun from burning your skin. You can find green tea in lots of cosmetics, but why not go straight to the source and drink it? So that's exactly what we're doing. We've got just a little bit left. In the camera, it actually looks kind of green still, which is good because in real life, it looks a little brown. So this lighting option is really helping in regards to that. The only thing about doing it iced, of course, is when the ice melts, it does water it down. But it doesn't have that strong, bitter green tea matcha flavor that can happen if you have a little bit too much matcha, or if you just, you know, if you're just not a huge fan of matcha. So again, adding in the vanilla soy milk, that helped to kind of make it a more lighter, refreshing kind of a flavor. Last bites of sour cream fruit parfait. Oh, there was no honey in that bite. All right, guys, on the real, do something else. It's not terrible, but it's really like, maybe mix it better. Mix it better. Maybe that's the answer, because most of the bites are okay, but oh man, that one bite that didn't have any honey in it, it really was like sour cream and fruit. We've got one bite left. We'll finish up the story with my cousin, and then we'll finish up the meal, and then you are free to leave. We have our good laugh. My cousin says, okay, I'll tell the salesperson that I'll just buy the more expensive thing, the $138 thing later. So she goes ahead and does that. So everyone's purchasing their stuff, right? Because everybody had this free facial and somehow is walking out with like hundreds of dollars worth of product that they purchased. So anyway, we decide to go to dinner after, and we sit down. We're talking about the funny story that we had that just happened in Nordstrom, and talking about all the different products and everything. And my cousin tells me, oh, by the way, Kim, I ended up buying the other item too. And I was like, what? What was the whole point of us going through those options if you're going to buy it anyway? And she's like, yeah, I know, but then I was telling the girl that like I'm just going to get it next time, and she was like, no, honey, you need to get it now. And apparently that was sufficient. That was enough for my cousin to be like, okay, I'll get it now. Like, oh, what? So anyway, long story short, there is no such thing as a free facial, okay? That is my public service announcement in today's video, because they say it's free, but basically you feel obligated to buy all of these different skin products, and you end up spending like hundreds of dollars there. To spend that much money on skin product is just like, that's just so hard to believe. But then you know what? My skin looks like old leather. So I guess she gets the last laugh, doesn't she? Let's eat the last of our sour cream fruit parfait. Haha. Because I can't have that be the last flavor in my mouth. Let's finish up our green tea. Yes. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's mukbang. Please leave comments below and let me know what you think. Did you like that I prepared food this time versus going to someplace and getting takeout? What about the new background? Do you folks like this location or do you prefer the other location better? Leave your comments below. Please share with me what you think. I want to hear it. I really appreciate it. Thank you again, guys, for joining me for another mukbang. I will see you in a week. Bye. Oh, that was a lot of food, actually.